Hello everybody, today I will be covering Unit 1.2 of Igcse Physics, and this is just the way how I memorize. So, acceleration. Acceleration, what I usually do is I write 6 points, 6 points, and I just lay them out. The first point is the formula. Formula is acceleration is equal to change in velocity over time. Second, I remember that negative acceleration is deceleration. Third thing is the linear motion of a body which is constant. The graph is a straight line passing through the origin. And while revising, you just need to write this, and you don't even need to make it neat. So a straight line through the origin. Either you do this or just draw the graph with a straight line passing through the origin. And now the motion of a body which is not constant it's not a straight line. Or you can draw a graph like that, or something which is more like that, yeah. The fifth thing is the acceleration of a body that's close to Earth that's close to Earth that's falling. It's falling object close to Earth is constant. And the last point is that it has an ST graph. When it gets to the ST graph, I put in a box, and I remember to draw, to draw this type of a graph to show what I'm talking about. So the first thing to remember is the gradient. So the gradient or the slope is talking about acceleration. Second, the area under the ST graph. The area under the ST graph is talking about the distance traveled. And over here, we need to remember 3 different types of graphs. The first one is they want to know in an ST graph what is at rest. Anything at rest would touch the x-axis. It would be at rest when it's touching the x-axis. So let's say it comes up, goes at rest, but no, it goes when over here it's not at rest. If this is an ST graph, when it's horizontal, it's a constant speed. And that is constant acceleration, that is constant speed. And then when it comes down and decelerates, it comes and reaches the x-axis, that's when it's at rest. So I'll repeat that one more time. This is constant acceleration. This is constant speed. And then this part, when it reaches the x-axis, that's at rest. The second type of graph, it is constant acceleration and constant deceleration. So it's constant. Another word for constant is uniform. and that is acceleration or deceleration. A third type of graph is not constant or not uniform acceleration and deceleration. Either you can say not constant, or you can say changing speed. Now the last point about Unit 1.2 is a falling object. A falling object, whether it's falling with air resistance and without air resistance. Without air resistance is easy. You just need to remember it falls at the same rate. So all objects fall at the same rate. But with air resistance, and we're talking about air resistance, first object falls. Second, the air resistance increases. Third, the speed increases. Fourth, the acceleration decreases. Then this happens until the air resistance is equal to the weight. And then the resultant force, this happens until all these are, the resultant force will be equal to 0. The velocity will be constant. And finally, terminal velocity is reached. So terminal velocity reaches when you have air resistance. Without air resistance, it falls at the same rate.